Hello my darlings and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be starting a very exciting series. This is the Rainbow Roundup. This is all thanks to Millie from Millie Davidson. She has started doing these kind of Rainbow Roundup videos on her channel and I was like, I absolutely need to do these. So basically what we are going to be doing, Millie's doing it as well. This is not any kind of collaboration. I just stole the idea from her and told her I was going to steal it from her, so it's totally okay. Basically, we are just picking out some products in a certain colourway and talking about why we love them and why they're our favourite products in that colourway. Today, we are starting out with purple. I was unprepared for this video, so some of the stuff I would have mentioned is at Sam's. So there are a couple of palettes specifically that I'm going to mention that I haven't got here today. But they are both palettes I've used on my channel before. And they're fairly popular palettes. So without further ado, let's jump straight into this. I'm going to start with the two palettes that I don't have here because I'm a goose. First one is Cosmic Brushes Winter Wonderland. I'm going to put a picture here of it. This palette is absolutely gorgeous. The purples in here are so vibrant. The shimmers are incredible. Purple can be so hard to do and Cosmic Brushes do it so well at such a budget price. It's incredible. Beauty Bay Midnight 42 pan is also very, very similar. Very dear to my heart. This is sort of a half blue, half purple palette. And again, the mattes are beautiful. The shimmers are incredible and such a great price. For the rest of the stuff, I do actually have stuff to show you here. So we're just going to go straight in because there is a lot of stuff here. I've got a big pile here. I am a big fan of purple. I sort of did my makeup to kind of match this topic of conversation today. And the first palette I've got here is the Six Pan Violets by Juvia's Place. I really like Juvia's Place's formula. It's a really, really kind of, I'm going to say basic formula. It isn't anything mind-blowing, but it works, and it works really beautifully. This palette has got 2 mattes and 4 shimmers, not my normal shimmer to matte ratio, but I don't mind it. This purple matte here is absolutely gorgeous. The mattes are easy to use. The shimmers are not the most intense, the most incredible shimmers I've ever used, but they work well. They're nice and metallic. They're not duochromes, multi-chromes, any of that kind of stuff. They're just basic shimmers, but they do basic shimmers really, really well. They're beautifully metallic and they look fabulous. Very much on the other end of the spectrum, one of the brands in my eyes that are royalty in the special shadow realm. This is Gloss Gods Lavender Skies. I love the pop of yellow. I love the pop of coral. The Gloss Gods formula is just incredible. Even this yellow, which is just like a basic metallic, is just absolutely stunning. The lavender duochrome shade is beautiful. Gloss Gods mattes are not, it's gone really dark and I look really bright all of a sudden because of the lights. The Gloss Gods mattes are not the most revolutionary mattes in the world. However, they work, they're nice to use. They're nothing spectacular. They're not the creamiest mattes I've ever used, but when it comes to the shimmers, they really knock the ball out the park. And for me, shimmers, even though I prefer more mattes in my palettes, shimmers are kind of how I gauge how well a palette kind of works. Purples are notoriously hard to formulate, and these are a lovely, smooth, easily blendable, highly pigmented formula. They're just not anything kind of groundbreaking, if that makes sense. But the shimmers are groundbreaking. Okay, it's gone so dark outside. You would not believe that it is June. It's like mid-June. It is June. It's not mid-June. It's the third of the way through June. It's June the 9th. I am sat here wrapped in a blanket because it's freezing. It's absolutely pouring it down. I'm so done with British weather. Everybody who lives anywhere else, you don't even know how lucky you are. You really don't. I just want an actual summer. That would be amazing. Okay. I'm going to be honest, I don't know whether this is still available. Let's have a look. Okay, this is still available. Good. This is Give Me Glow Juicy Blueberry. This is one of the first ones that they did in the plastic packaging with the more kind of refined formula. What I like about this one is it's a very grungy purple palette. The tones are super deep. We've got kind of these two kind of grungy purples, this mauve, and this shade here, which is Bake Sale Queen, which is this dark purple shimmer, is the most incredible shadow I have ever seen. The lighting is so screwed up right now. I don't know whether you can see that. It is so metallic, so reflective, so duochrome. This palette is absolutely beautiful. I don't actually think I've ever heard anybody else talk about it. I like the fact it's got the neutrals. I like the fact we've got the pop of yellow, but it still is very, very purple. And it's a beautiful palette. I love the new packaging that Give Me Glow, have been doing. I think it's much higher quality. It feels much more luxe. And at $45, I think this one is a really great price for the quality of both the shadows and the packaging. Okay, I feel like I'm probably going to mention a Colourpop palette in every single one of these, but today I've got two. So first off, we have the It's My Pleasure. This I would describe as a grown-up purple palette, if that makes sense. It's a little bit more muted. It's not so kind of in your face, obviously purple. You've got kind of a deep plummy colour, and a mauvey colour, and a pink. But you can go really purple if you use this shimmer, which is called Chicklet, which is really, really beautiful. I think it's a really, like I said, grown-up purple palette. It's a bit more understated, but still really beautiful. And what I love about this one as well is this shade in the middle is a Super Shock formula and not a pressed glitter. I don't hate a pressed glitter, I just much prefer this Super Shock formula. I need to stop swatching, I'm absolutely covered in glitter. And then I wanted to mention Lilac Q a lot. This is definitely more of kind of a fun, obviously purple palette. Again, we haven't got a pressed glitter in the middle of this one, so I love that. This again is like one of the Super Shock formulas. It's just such a pretty palette, and you can pair this one up with the It's My Pleasure, and you can use these kind of two very bright shades to make it more purple, but you can also go kind of down the like pinky lilac route with this one as well. I think it's a really beautiful palette. I really like the Colourpop palettes. They're great quality for the price. I like the fact they're in, these 9 pans are in plastic packaging. I very much like these. Okay, I've got a couple to mention here that are discontinued. So the first one is the P. Louise Home is Where the Heart Is. This was in the advent calendar in 2022. This is a really beautiful kind of very basic purple palette. It's got everything you would need to create a purple look. It's not the most revolutionary palette in the world, but it's a really nice 4-pan. As I said, that has been discontinued, but it's just a testament to the kind of P. Louise formula. And then I've also got Beauty Bay Love Notes. I didn't know whether to mention this because I know a lot of people love this, but I also know a lot of people do own it. So this is a pink, purple and neutral palette. This is really great for if you're sort of unsure about purples. If you do have this in your collection, I highly recommend you pull it out because it is absolutely beautiful. The shimmers are incredible. The mattes are very easy to use. Yeah, if you've got this in your collection and you've kind of avoided using the purples, pull it out and give them a go. You will not regret it. And then this one, I don't know whether this one is technically still available. This is the Little Ghost from Odin's Eye and Angie Nyqvist. This is kind of like a half purple palette with some warm tones in it. I love the pop of yellow. I love the oranges, but really we're kind of focused on this bit here. These three shimmers are incredible, and this deep purple matte is just so gorgeous, so blendable, so beautiful. I do believe they've just brought out their singles, and there's a purple matte that looks very, very similar to this shade. But the Odin's Eye formula is just gorgeous. The shimmers are so vibrant. I love that one. I don't know whether you can still get it, but again, I know a lot of people have this one in their collection. Okie dokie. This is a brand I don't hear a lot about. This is the Jolie Beauty Ethereality palette. I bought this one when I was kind of going through trying out a lot of UK indie brands. This was like £30 and it's got a couple of duochromes in the middle. This one's kind of more purpley and then the other one's kind of a green to purple reflect. Loads of purple shades as well as some blues and some greens. Not the biggest lover of the pressed glitters, but this one that's called Ethereality is like a deep purple with hollow and pink and green. So stunning. We've got kind of lilacs, more deeper purples. This is a really beautiful palette, and I feel like this brand should get more hype than it does get. And then last for palettes, this is the P. Louise World of Wonder palette. Biggest pain in the arse to store in the world, but this is a beautiful palette. So we've got a bottom row that's kind of more like bluey toned purples, and then your top row is more kind of pinky, warmer toned purples. I love these P. Louise big palettes. They are a nightmare to store, but the shadows are such great quality, and I love the fact that by getting one of these you get kind of two tones. Like the bottom and the top layer are so different but can be used in conjunction with one another. I think it's a really beautiful way to do a big colour palette. They're just huge. And this one lights up as well, so you're always like, when I'm trying to put it away, I'm always like accidentally pressing this button and it's bloody lighting up red, and yeah. Oh, it flashes, it changes colour actually. I don't know whether you'll be able to see that because of the lights. But yeah, so very beautiful palette. Not ideal if you don't have a lot of storage. Okie dokie. Right, I've got all sorts of bits now. I've got paints, I've got liquid shadows, I've got blushes, I've got highlighters. I've got lip products, so let's get straight into it. Okay, we're going to start with kind of pigments, bright things. This is the Kaima Cosmetics. This is actually the Peach Hollow Liquid Chrome, I think they call it. But because of the hollow, the peach often looks very lilac, and it's kind of a peachy to lilac shift. It's something a little bit different if you're kind of unsure about a purple and you feel more comfortable with a peach. This is a great way to kind of lean yourself into it. And I do have a Kaima discount code. It'll be in the description box if you want to use it. And then I've got Glisten Chroma Magic in Alchemy. This is like a purple to blue to green duochrome. Absolutely stunning. Again, the thing is with liquid shadows is they're so easy to use, and they're both beautiful shades, both giving something a little bit differently. You know, the peaches are more like pinky lilac, and then we've got the Glisten, which is far more like deeper. I've got a couple of pigments. I'm not going to swatch them for you because I don't feel like getting covered in pigment today. This one is Kaima's Hollow Purple. I'm hoping you can see enough through it's like a chroma flake. This is absolutely gorgeous. It looks like literal foil when you rub it on the eyes. So beautiful. And then I also wanted to mention Pro Glitz Purple Rain. This is just kind of a basic, I was going to show you without the lid on, but actually I'm not. This is just kind of a basic lilac shiny pigment, but it's so beautiful. The lady from Pro Glitz is absolutely lovely. She does suffer with a lot of kind of chronic illnesses and stuff though. So if you do want to order from her, it could be a while with shipping. But her products are beautiful and I would recommend them. Right, okay, this is a bit of a cheat. I only tried this for the first time today. It's the Make a Mark in Crazy Purple Lady from Made by Mitchell. If there was a purple eyeliner, it would be this one. It's incredible. It's a metallic purple, so beautiful. It's got a felt tip with like a slight brush applicator on it. Absolutely stunning. Love that one. And then I also pulled out Made by Mitchell Graph Ink in Lilac. This is a much kind of more mauvey purple, I would say. These two look very cute together. I love the Graph Ink formula. Very, very comfortable. We have the MAC Colour Access Gel Pencil in Commitment Issues. I love this one in my waterline. Just a pretty lilac, very creamy, very comfortable. Do also, as a side note, like the Made by Mitchell ones. Liner wise, I pulled out 2 splits from Glisten. This is Wine Time, which is a kind of medium purple and a very deep purple. It's also very messy, so we'll not look at that one for too long. And then I have Grapevine, which is a lilac and kind of a more pinky purple. Both absolutely beautiful. Love, love, love Glisten. No, let Glisten do my favourite waterliners. Right, couple of final bits for the eyes. MUA Intense Colour Super Pigment Mascara in Lilac. I do believe the packaging for this is now different, but it's such like an intense lilac colour. I do also love the Glisten Spectra Lash. I just don't have the purple shade, so I'm not sure how that one applies, but this one is beautiful. Very, very bright, very vibrant, such fun. I love coloured mascara at the moment. And then 2 liquid pigments, P. Louise Acid Rain Pigment in Ibiza. This is a very kind of blue toned purpley lilac. And then we have Danessa Myricks Paint in Chosen. This is a very pink toned purple. These are 2 very different products. The P. Louise is a lot thicker. The Danessa Myricks is a lot thinner and slightly easier to blend. But in terms of like using them as a cut crease liquid, they both work very effectively. I just prefer the Danessa Myricks when I'm doing like a look that requires blending. For me, the P. Louise and Made by Mitchell paints are definitely more for cutting creases and liner work and things like that. Right, okay, I've got a couple of face products. I wanted to mention this little duo. This definitely isn't for everybody. Purple blush is not for everybody, but Made by Mitchell blushes. This one is Love Lies. And then this one is Dairy Queen. So we've got Love Lies and we've got Dairy Queen. These 2 blended together for an ombre cheek. Absolutely stunning. So incredible. A very kind of wild cheek, but I personally love it. Not something I wear every day, but it's gorgeous when I do. And then I've got Glisten Blooming Blush in Yikes. This is far more of like a pinky purple. It's actually what I've got on my cheeks today. And I wouldn't say it was super obvious I'm wearing purple blush. A very, very fun colour. And this one does actually match perfectly with Give Me Glow Lilac Euphoria, which is stunning. These Give Me Glow blushes, they are in different packaging now, are so good. So vibrant, so bright. I mean, just look at that swatch. And that looks great over Yikes. It's a really pretty combo. Okay, I did want to mention a kind of more easily available purpley blush. This is your Rosy Glow in Pink Lilac. I just mentioned this in my favourites. It is a lot more wearable than the rest of these purple blushes, but it still does have that hint of purple, that kind of comfortable, fun kind of hint that you can get. It's a lot more pinky though, so I think a lot more people would feel comfortable wearing that one. Right, okay. Highlighters, both of these are kind of purple toned rather than being actually purple. This is Be Perfect and Stacey Marie Get Wet. This is kind of like a taupey purple highlighter. And it's got kind of little purple reflex in it. It's not obviously purple, but it is just ever so slightly. And when you pair it like with a purple eye, you can kind of tell. And then this is Give Me Low, Welcome to My Dollhouse. This is more pink, but when you kind of blend it out, it does have that kind of purpley reflect that kind of gives off that kind of lilaciness. It is quite warm, pairs beautifully with Pink Lilac, but I would still say it's kind of a little bit purpley. Right, finally I've got 3 lip products. This one is a very old school throwback. This is Gerard Cosmetics Gravity Liquid Lipstick. This is a purple brown. This is like a purpley mushroom colour. We were all so obsessed with this kind of shade in like 2015, and this actually is my second one of these because I just wanted it back in my life. It's not for everybody, but it does have that kind of purple undertone, so I did want to mention it today. And then the other 2 are very bright purples. This one is the Uoma by Sharon C. It's Complicated Lip Tint, Oil and Gloss in Mauvin. This is kind of like a just bitten kind of plummy purple. That's it really built up just so you can see it easily, but this can be really, really shade out. A couple of dabs on the lips, and it's a very kind of long-lasting formula as well. And then finally, this is one of the first matte lipsticks I ever bought. This is Up the Amp, again, not my first one. And this is a purple. It's just straight up purple. It's such a gorgeous shade. It still smells like vanilla, so we're all good. Does feel like I probably need to wear this one more, but it's such a fun shade. If you are looking for purple lips, I feel like there's 3 very different ones there. Kind of encompasses what you might want. So that's it for today, guys. I do hope you did enjoy this rainbow roundup. If you want to see more from me, don't forget to subscribe. If you like this video, give it a like. And if you want to make sure you never miss an upload of mine, hit that bell icon and YouTube will possibly notify you when I next post. I want to know in the comments what colour I should do next. I hope you enjoyed. You've been fabulous. I've been Coleoftheball, and I'll see you next time. Bye!